Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. I'm Otaku Mike, and we're gonna get into a manga first impressions. Let's do this. Alright, so the manga we are looking at today is, man, does this have a long title? That's the name of it. It is, I'm a behemoth, an S-ranked monster, but mistaken for a cat. I live as an elf girl's pet. Look, just saying, can we stop it already with the long ass titles for our manga? I think they're getting a little too long, if I do say so myself. What is this manga about? Well, it's about a guy he's a knight, he's an adventurer. He is killed and then reincarnated as a behemoth cub. But it turns out the behemoth cub actually looks like a cat right there. He's in a labyrinth or a dungeon, and he's trying to get out, and he is rescued by a young elf girl named Arya. Cover Arya right here. And she thinks he's just a normal cat, and she takes him home and nurses him back to health, and goes out on an adventure one day. And she's going to go fight some goblins, as one does as an adventurer, obviously. And our young little newly born behemoth cat takes off and follows her because he feels like he cannot let anything happen to this nice young elf girl. Turns out he has special powers and helps fight off these goblins and saves her life. And little does she know that he's actually a guy who is reincarnated as a monster, but she thinks he is an elemental cat. Yeah, it's definitely a mouthful and something that you just have to get over with, you know. So they basically go back, and she thinks he's an elemental cat. They kind of team up, and he considers her master. He considers Arya to be his master, and he wants to protect her and whatnot. And so they go on a couple more adventures and stuff like that to basically get his feet wet with the whole adventuring and whatnot. That's pretty much the gist of this first volume. Is he finds out what his limitations are so far as a cat or as a behemoth. He can only use elemental magic at this point because he wants to pretend to be an elemental cat, even though he has more powers. He's apparently super strong, and all this stuff. I mean, there's really not much to this other than their interactions together, which are some of the best parts of this manga. Are the interactions with Arya and Tama, which she names as the cat. And honestly, there's really not much to this. A lot of this manga is really just set up to begin with. We set up our world, our characters' limitations, what they can and cannot do, and vice versa. I mean, this manga is pretty much, I wouldn't say cut and dry, like, here's your beats of what reincarnated series would be, but it kind of is. We do get a lot of info dumping within the beginning of the book. We find out what our characters' limitations are. There seems that there might be a romance. Like she seems a little bit thirsty. The elf girl seems a little thirsty in this. Just saying. Everybody seems like they want to get with this elf girl. Arya, she's not really about that. She just wants to go and fight monsters and stuff like that. We do get a lot of some pretty cool action scenes, I have to say, in this book, which is one thing sometimes you don't normally get in like a series like this, which is based on a light novel. The action scenes we do get in this are pretty fast and visceral, and a lot of fun. We get a fight with the goblins, and at one point the cat fights a dragon, and I was like, shit, he's taking on a dragon? Oh my god, I can't believe it. And then at the end, she fights this guy for her hand in marriage, which that was a pretty cool fight. Just saying. But I mean, this manga is what it is. It's fluff. It's cheesecake. It doesn't take itself that seriously. You get a lot of shots of our elf character in compromising positions at some points. The cat likes to lay on the boobs a lot, just saying. But yeah, it's fun. It's better than what I expected it to be. Honestly, I expected it to be more like Wolf Story, and I didn't like Wolf Story that much. This one, I actually really like the character interactions with both of our main characters. It was a lot of fun. But with this first volume, we don't really set up a big bad in this first volume. It's pretty much just all set up for the beginning of our adventure that we're about to take within the series. At one point, we get a suit of armor that's made for the cat, which is freaking adorable. Just saying, cats wearing armor. It's just freaking adorable. But yeah, we get a lot of cat things, like he scratches their faces and stuff like that, but yeah, it's better than what I thought it was going to be, honestly. I'm going to pick up the next volume to see where this is exactly going to go. There's not much to spoil within this. They go fight, come back, go fight. We get a lot of character development within this first volume, which is nice. It's just actually really nice, But we'll see exactly where this is gonna go. What powers will Tama have, and will he ever become human again? Which is really interesting. Will he ever become human again? But yeah, go check it out if you're interested. It's published by Yin Press. You can get it where all your manga are sold. At Amazon, right? Stuff like that. Don't let the cover deceive you. If you're looking for something new and you want a little dungeon crawly type of manga, go check this out. It's a lot of fun. There is a lot of cheesecake in it, a lot of fan service. If you don't mind that, you'll probably end up enjoying this book. Just saying. I certainly did. It was a lot of fun. I like it more than a lot of the light novel adaptations that I've read so far. I feel like it wasn't too bogged down with too much detail, because I feel like a lot of times with the light novel adaptations of manga, they get bogged down and I start to get bored while reading them. I wasn't really bored with this manga, to say the least. I really enjoyed all the cat jokes, which was really funny, and they talk about how at one point how her armor is made to help offset the weight she has in the front to help her move faster, which is pretty funny. You get a lot of really interesting jokes about Arya and her sweater yams. It's just a lot of fun, and it doesn't take itself that seriously. It really doesn't. If you want a fun, lighthearted romp with some dungeons and some monsters, go check this out. That's really all I can say. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Otaku Mike. Comment down below if you're new, subscribe if you like this shit. Thanks for watching. Hey, kitty. You would tell me, right, if you were a behemoth? Right? You would tell me? What's a behemoth? It's a monster. Obviously. I mean, come on.